Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a little fun Q&A for you guys today. Pregnancy or non-pregnancy related. I asked you guys last week to leave your questions on IG and I would answer them here. So that's what I'm doing today. Getting super close now. Little bump date. It's hard to tell in this outfit, but definitely getting close. Getting fully ready, just doing the last minute preparations. But yeah, let's get started. So I'm just gonna flip through. Basically, I got a bunch of questions here on some of the most common ones or whatever. Let's get started. So you guys are always asking me questions, so I feel like it's easier for me to do a nice vlog kind of answering most asked questions so you guys can revert back here. And yeah, let's get started. So big question, when are you due? I'm due first week of September, so super soon. And it is a girl. A lot of you asked that. And then a lot of you asked about the name. We are not revealing the name until she's here. We do have the name picked out. We've had it picked out forever, basically. So I will not be revealing that for you guys. You can stop asking. What's your typical day like? So I would say I usually wake up around 8:39, and I know that's late for most people, but I'm just trying to sleep as much as I can now. And then I wake up, I have breakfast. I usually try to do a 20-30 minute workout, prenatal workout, 3 to 5 times a week. I've been pretty good about it. Now I'm getting more tired as I'm nearing the end of my pregnancy, but yeah, 3 to 5 times a week. And then I go into my office. I've been going into my office every single day, the Devon Windsor office, the swim office. So I go there every day, stay there till around 5:36. Then I come home, shower, make dinner, order dinner, relax, prep baby things, prep nursery, whatever I need to do. And then I eat dinner, watch a movie, go to bed. That's basically a normal day for me. A list of the baby items that you registered for or you are like excited to try. So I actually created a little highlight on my IG called baby things. And I'll definitely be updating that once the baby arrives on things that I'm like loving or not loving, whatever. But I did put on there like things that I've registered for or got and am excited to use. So you can check that out there and they're all linked. So you can just swipe up, go to stretch mark cream for stretch marks. Have I gotten them? I have not gotten any stretch marks, knock on wood. I've been super religious from like the moment I found out that I was pregnant on applying creams and oils. Now I've heard from various people that you can use like the best creams in the world, but it doesn't mean that you won't get stretch marks. Very true. I think it has a lot to do with like genetics and skin elasticity. Also just like water intake, so many different factors, but I do love I use morning I use Ever Eaten Golden Belly Serum, and at night I use a Belly Butter by Honest Company. Those are like kind of my go-tos. I also will use the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Oil and Lotion also, kind of all over, honestly. But I like to apply twice a day at least. A lot of you were asking me about the amount of ultrasounds that I had. So, I have a really close relationship with my OB, and so in the very beginning of my pregnancy, usually you wouldn't get an ultrasound until like 8 to 10 weeks, I think, when they kind of like confirm like the pregnancy and like the heartbeat and all that. But since I was like so anxious and excited, she let me come in for ultrasounds. I'm pretty sure you can get more ultrasounds. It's just like insurance doesn't cover it. So I got more in the beginning. I hadn't gotten one from 20 weeks until just last week at like 35 weeks. So I don't know how many I've gotten, but I've gotten quite a few, and it was more towards the beginning when I was like really curious and excited to see like the growth of the baby. But yeah, I'm sure if you ask your doctor if there's a certain reason that you want to see or get another ultrasound, I'm sure she could. It just might not be covered by insurance. How has your eating changed since becoming pregnant? Do you have like pressure to stay thin, etc.? A lot of questions about, and like how much weight I've gained. A lot of questions about all of that. I don't know how much weight I've gained. I genuinely don't know. And it's not because of like mentally chosen not to know because I'm like really anti-knowing at all. I just like, I barely feel like I barely even know what my starting weight was, because obviously just like through quarantine, I gained a few pounds. And then, so that was like, it's not like my normal weight is what I started at. And then every time I'd go into the doctor and they measure me, I would like look at the scale. It's not that I wouldn't look, but then I just like would forget, and I didn't know like what was the starting and ending. All I know is that my doctor told me to gain 25 to 30 pounds, and she's been tracking that. So I haven't been tracking that. So if I'm not like on the correct path of like weight gain for myself, I guess she would just tell me, and she hasn't. She told me that I'm like gaining perfectly. So I haven't been worried about it. And just going into it, I wasn't really worried about it. I have a naturally really fast metabolism. My diet is like very up and down. Like I just love dessert and carbs. I have dessert after every meal, and I have carbs at least once a day, if not more than once a day, multiple times a week. But I do try to like get in my proteins and veggies and all that good stuff. But I was never worried about gaining so much weight. I guess if I going into it, I knew I would gain weight, so I knew that was gonna be normal, but I didn't like, I'm not the kind of person or body that like would just blow up and gain 80 pounds. So I guess it just never really was a big concern for me. And if that did happen, I guess I would just be like, well, I'm pregnant, so off, you know, like whatever. I just like eat what I want when I want, and that's just like how it works for me. Also, I've been very active my whole pregnancy, so I don't know, it's just never been a big concern of me. And then postpartum, a lot of you guys like, are you worried about going back to your postpartum weight right away, blah, blah, blah. Again, no, I just feel like my body will heal itself. And like whenever I get cleared to work out, like I'll probably continue to like be active. I'll like go on walks and I'll take it easy. I love like Pilates based exercises. So I do love to do that. Makes me feel really good. But I'm not like, oh, in 2 months, I better be ripped with abs. Like if that happens, cool, but that'll just be because genetics, height, metabolism, breastfeeding maybe. That'll just be like my body, that's just how it is. Not because I'm like starving myself and training 10 times a day, because that's just like not who I am at all. And I feel like that's a big misconception about myself, or just models in general, is that we like starve ourselves all the time. Also, a lot of questions like, how did you feel after the vaccine? Why did you choose to get the vaccine? So I got my COVID vaccine, I got Pfizer right in the beginning of my 3rd trimester. Originally, my doctor, my OB told me not to get it way back when I found out I was pregnant, because there was like, it was so new, there was like hardly any research, whatever. And then fast forward like into my 2nd trimester when I went back in, I was like, oh, a lot of my friends have gotten it. Like, you still feel like I shouldn't get it? And she was like, oh yeah, I do think you should. And I was like, oh, what? And so I guess through time and through research and, you know, trials and everybody else getting it, she and I both agreed that getting it was the best thing for me, because one, I go to the office every day and like traveling, working, you know, seeing people. If I was like quarantined in my house and I never saw anyone, then like I probably shouldn't get it, because the likelihood of me getting COVID was very low. But because I am so active, that the dangers of getting COVID and being pregnant are much higher than like having the vaccine. So I chose to get it in my 3rd trimester. She wanted me to get it right away, but it was just a personal choice to like wait until my 3rd trimester. But she said like as early as 12 weeks you can get it, if not earlier. I personally waited. And I didn't have any side effects except for the fact I had a sore arm and maybe was like a little tired that day. But I took Tylenol, drank a lot of water, and I was totally fine, thank God, knock on wood. Hopefully everything's okay. I hear babies are being born with antibodies. Pretty cool if you're vaccinated, so we'll see. Oh yes, lots of questions about whether or not I'm gonna go back to modeling. 100%. Actually just through Corona pandemic, I had left my modeling agency of like 10 plus years. Because I really wanted to focus, because modeling one was super slow, nobody could travel or do anything during the pandemic. And 2, I wanted to focus on my business, like Devon Windsor swim, sport. And I also wanted to focus and build on my brand as like an influencer through like social media and stuff. So I really wanted to capitalize on that, especially during COVID, because there was like so little modeling jobs going on. So just not even like, because of pregnancy, I like slowed down modeling. That was just like a personal choice that happened pre-baby. But post-baby, it's definitely something as COVID kind of clears out and I get back to New York and girls are working more, I'll definitely get back into modeling more, but it's definitely not like a high priority for me. And, but I do hope to get back into it. It's not like I'm never gonna model again. Did I plan to get pregnant or did it happen unexpectedly? No, I definitely planned. We tried for 6-7 months. So I did a video actually on my journey to pregnancy, which I can try to link it here for you guys. Just on like getting pregnant, how long it took, what I did to get pregnant, whatever, because it wasn't really the easiest journey, but it also wasn't the hardest compared to obviously what so many people go through and struggle with fertility. But it wasn't like I just like decided to get pregnant or just like woke up one day and was like, oops, got pregnant. It wasn't like that. What are you most excited and nervous about post-pregnancy? Most excited meeting her. I just feel like I've been growing this human now inside of me for so long. I'm just like so excited to see what she looks like, see what her personality is, and just like cuddle her and hold her and raise her and like get to know her. That's obviously the most exciting part. Nervous about, I guess, just being a good mom, dealing with also just the struggles that come with raising a newborn, like sleep deprivation and feeding them all the time and all of the stress that comes with that, and also just like making the right decisions and being a parent. Like nobody can tell you if you're doing, I mean, everyone can tell you if you're doing it right or wrong. Everyone always has an opinion, but like, you know, you just hope for the best that you're making the right decisions for you and your baby. How did you maintain your confidence while dealing with acne? So not baby related, but if you guys follow me, you know I've struggled with acne, and that last year around like fall, winter time was super bad. I had major cystic acne, and it was a big struggle for me, and definitely a confidence downer. But I just think that it's something, knowing that it's something that so many people struggle with made me feel better, and also sharing it made me feel better. And just knowing that like acne doesn't define you, and like having pimples doesn't define you, doesn't mean like that you're beautiful or not beautiful. So I just think it's like finding the inner confidence of like who you are, and not just like some pimples on your face to let that define who you are. And that's how I stayed confident. Will you do a nursery reveal? Definitely do a nursery reveal. Probably won't reveal it till it's done. We still have to like put in the curtains, put in the chandelier, a few last minute touches. So we'll wait till that's fully done, and then I'll do like a formal nursery reveal, which will be really fun. You guys will get to see that. It is so cute. It's coming along so nicely. Where are you gonna raise your kids? So we will be raising them here in Miami, which is great because I never really wanted to raise a family in New York, and we are here based full-time in Miami now. I just like the space. We have a yard, like just so much more space than in a New York apartment. And I like just like driving a car, and I don't know. I like the wilderness, the ocean, so much better. Just being from Missouri and growing up like with so much more space. New York was not ideal for me for raising a family, so we'll be raising them here. But yeah, that is basically some of the top questions. My camera's blinking that the battery's gonna die. So I'm gonna wrap up the Q&A here, but I hope you guys enjoy this Q&A. Let me know if you have any other questions below. I can always try to get to them. I always am doing Q&As on my Instagram throughout the weeks, so always tune in there. It's at Dev Windsor. And yeah, I hope you guys are well. I'll see you guys next time. Maybe it'll be post-baby, I have no idea. Probably not. But anyways, I hope you guys are well. Don't forget to like and subscribe so I know you like this content, because it means the world to me when I see that you guys are liking what I'm creating for you. So have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.